Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
Don't drop the soap, it's gonna get dirty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Which one's the Shadow Daddy? The sexy one?
Do you have a topic you want to start on?
Male.
We're not talking about your book.
Hey, guess what happens in this book?
What happens?
Male. Guess what happens in every other book? Male. A tall male. The balding male. The sad male. The happy male. The horny male. The heavy walking male. The broad male. The narrow male with a sad, pitiful little face.
I think your point's been made.
Never seen a male with eyes like that. Hair wavy or curly. It's never a straight blonde-haired guy. It's always wavy or curly dark hair that flows, cascades. It's amazing. It's so fun. I really, sometimes when I'm reading these books, I'm like, fuck. If I were, like, I want to be a little bit gay. Does that make sense?
So you can find
Something.
something.
So some of these descriptions feel like they're for me. Because even the descriptions of the women, like, it gets kind of sexual sometimes, but it's not male gaze sexual. It's female gaze sexual. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
They're just like, wow, her legs were so smooth. No dude gave a shit. They'd be like, listen, she could be growing bear fur on them bad boys. What did you say about that booty again? Like, that's it. They don't care.
I have two things to first address. One, we need to give some backstory of why.
Backstory, Ryan likes his women a little furry.
No.
Just tease it.
I'm going to be shamed forever.
Keeps him warm in the winter.
You were assigned essentially two books this week. You had chapters 13 through 27 of Throne of Glass.
Yes.
And in the background, I have you also listening to Quicksilver.
It's going to take me a while.
And that's okay. It's more of a backup. If I fall behind or anything like that, we can have some discussion.
The Callie Hart fans are going to be pissed.
Oh, no.
I think Callie, something like that.
I think that's the author.
Heartless, something. I don't know. She's a writer of these books.
But
I can't talk about that book right now.
You can't talk about it, but you were finding a theme among fantasy romance books.
I think we've clearly outlined some of the themes before. I can't wait to talk about that book because for some reason, it's never more noticeable than it is in that book.
Yeah, because you've mentioned it a few times, but this seems to be very recurrent.
It just beats you over the head with every trope. And maybe that's good. I'm not that far into that book. I think I'm 26, 28 chapters in. Almost the same length I'm into this book, to be fair. So This week, you'll forgive me if I'm crossing swords a little bit.
Oh, all right.
And crossing streams. You'll forgive me if I'm docking with the other story. You guys
I'll
can't
try
see.
to keep you on track. This last week, I learned about soul cards. When we were talking about tarot cards? No, we weren't really on tarot cards. We were on zodiac signs. Do you know what soul cards are?
There was a show about this when I was a kid.
Ooh.
There was this little boy who was given a card by his grandpa, and it turned him into like the soul of a pharaoh lived in that card. And then that pharaoh was the best at playing cards. This documentary was called Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my God.
That was a show when I was a little kid.
I was really intrigued there for a minute. I'm like, oh my God, we must have never talked about
There's a
this.
flamboyant rich man who hates another kind of flamboyant rich man. One of them goes hard, and the other one is hard for the other.
Oh.
Yeah, and then for some inexplicable reason, there's a character from America. I can't remember his name, but I remember they gave him this thick Boston accent. But he's visually still Japanese, which I don't know if they did for the Asian audience.
I don't know.
Or if it was just something they did for the American audience. They're like, we got to make this show relatable. Let's make this tangential side character who's reoccurring just the wildest. What was his name was Joey.
I wonder if this is the character I'm thinking of, because I was just going to ask you,
Yeah,
there's this
American
anime.
Bandana.
Okay, that is probably what I was like. There's this anime where their American character is like honky tonk, American, just all like shorts and an American t-shirt. And I think the American
I don't remember
bandana.
if he had shorts or not. I want to say he had a chain wallet. I don't remember. This was a show when we were really young. I don't think it kept going. I think Pokemon kept going, and that might be the only thing that survived.
Well, I'm going to do your soul card because I found it.
Can you explain to me what they are?
I don't actually know.
But how do you know which one would be mine?
You take your birthday with the year and you add each digit of it together. So I'm not going to say your birthday, but I will add it up.
Any number of numbers could combine and be very similar.
So all of yours added up equal 28, but soul cards only go up to 21. So then you add
Wait, hold on. How did it only add up to... You have a year in there as well.
Yeah. 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9.
Plus 9 plus 1.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, that equals 28.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just did
Let me
it.
see this.
I'm more concerned about you than I am me.
Oh, you're doing these all individually.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, so birth year.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, we're almost at 2000 just there. I see. It's each digit. You said it correctly. I'm a dumbass. Okay, it makes way more sense.
And then because it's over 21, you add the 2 plus the 8. That equals 10. So your soul card is 10.
Oh.
You have the Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh, do I get to be Vanna or Pat Sajak?
If your tarot number adds up to 10, they're tarot card-like things. Your personality is represented by the Wheel of Fortune. Opportunity and new horizons keep your life spinning with regular change and new perspectives. You gather experiences from all walks of life and mold them into new prospects for your future. And we can keep going, but I thought it was pretty spot on for you.
Really?
Yeah.
I looked at that, thought that could not have been further from the truth. Let me see yours.
Creative communication and willingness to move on are integral parts of your person. Okay, maybe not that.
Integral parts?
Integral. Integral.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Go back to that one. Is that still me?
Yeah.
Communication, it says I'm really good at it?
Moving on.
No, wait. How good does it say? Let me see this.
Pretty good at it.
Really?
Getting stuck in a rut drives you crazy. And if you ever feel trapped, the faster you shake things up, the better. Oh, I think when I was first looking at it, I was thinking like Wheel of Fortune, like you're always so lucky, which you are.
I'm the luckiest human being alive, yeah.
Okay.
Starts with you, baby.
Then for mine, Valentine's Day. Mine's
Wait, I love that you put Valentine's Day in and I gave my year. I guess it's birthdays. They're never going to find us from that.
27, so 2 plus 7, 9 is my soul card. And mine is the Hermit.
Ooh, you used to be the Hermit.
Questions of the spirit drive you to look within yourself to find your way. Though you're often most content alone, you rarely turn people away who are seriously looking for advice, and they often appear. In their search for truth, you encourage others to look within, just as you try to. You have faith only in what you know from experiences, your own and those of others you trust.
You deny science and live completely off of anecdote. None of this sounds like you at all.
That doesn't mean denying science.
Hold on. It's saying that you're incredibly introspective.
Okay.
And that you shy away from giving people advice unless it's heavily solicited.
When I was first looking at these, you had Wheel of Fortune, I had the Hermit, and I was like, wow, that's perfect.
You would, yeah, at a glance, you're not wrong. I would say you're more social than I am anymore.
Says the guy who just got invited out to lunch with people who came into town.
Who's that? Oh, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I've been friends with that person my entire life.
Yeah.
Since 5th grade. That's very different. That's not me out there making friends. That's me having one friendship that clearly has been low maintenance for nearly 30 years.
I guess I did put together trivia-ish, but they reached out to us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a couple's friends.
I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe
why
I'm
we're
not-
both fighting off that.
No,
one
I
of
want to
us
be
is-
the one that nobody likes.
I want to be the one that doesn't have friends.
No, I find it so interesting because for so many years, I was the social person in our house. And I'm like, oh man, you had it good for 12 years. This is great. And the only friend I need, sitting right here, Adri.
Honestly, agreed.
I am so codependent.
Who was it that was talking to you about how we're constantly calling each other and talking on the phone?
Oh, so many people. My brother-in-law, anybody that's around me.
It came
My
up
buddy that
again.
called me the other day when I was helping him build his place, he's like, "Is that your wife calling you again?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You guys are on the phone a lot. Is everything okay?" I'm like, "This is how it works. This is why I wear headphones, so I can work and be on the phone with my wife. That's all I want to do." He's just like, "Okay, all right. Well, don't you guys gonna see each other tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then we're gonna have more to talk about. There'll be a whole hour where we're not together.
And then I think you made some comment about you guys are always talking to each other. Or like, what do you guys all have to talk about? And then it's just like, and we also have a podcast.
Also, who are we talking about? You just said that dumbass thing to your wife 10 minutes ago. You don't think I'm gonna go immediately to my wife and be like, "You won't believe what this idiot did." Every time. Yeah, 100%. And if you're listening to this and you happen to know who you are, first of all, why the fuck are you listening to this? This is not your wheelhouse. Get out. Second of all, I tell you this shit to your face.
You do. You're just like, if my wife calls, I'm hanging up.
Yeah. And also, like, when my friends do something ridiculous, I'm like, "You're being a bad husband or spouse or boyfriend. Just be a good one. It's not that hard."
Stop doing that.
Yeah, just quit. "Oh, you bought your wife a car." No, you and your wife bought a car, motherfucker. That's how that works. You didn't buy your wife that. Shut up.
And I think that's actually what feminism is right there. Just kind of calling out those little digs.
It's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
I got one he wants to go on a hunt for 2 weeks to New Zealand.
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it would be super cool, actually. I don't want to go because $60,000 to go hunt something. I'm like,
Fuck.
yeah, and it's not even old white people. What would I possibly pay that much to hunt?
Wait, what do you mean hunting old people?
If the next thing I hunt is going to be old Republicans. Not even joking. Well, okay, I'm joking a little bit if the FBI is
we're
listening.
Totally joking.
Yeah, rich old white people.
Well, last night I started crying and crying, like tears streaming down my face because you left me alone. You left to go grocery shopping. And normally we go grocery shopping together, obviously, right? But our kids had friends over, so adults of the house. And I'm TikToking and I see this super sad video of this woman that lost her best friend. And she forgot for a moment that she lost her best friend and went to go call her and ask her what to wear for the funeral. I was like, oh, that hurts. That hurts. And then seeing all the comments of it happening to them. And then I started imagining, like, just started daydreaming, imagining you dead and never being able to call you again, never hearing your voice again. I think I would go insane. So then what I do, I'm like, why not just call him right now while you can? And I call, and it goes to voicemail. And then I'm just bawling. I'm just like, that's what it's going to be like one day. It's just going to be like that. And then you text and I tell you. And when you finally do call, I've moved on.
Finally, this is my favorite part. Bear in mind, it was 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, I call back and I was like, "Oh, are you okay?" And you say, "Yeah, I'm over it now." I'm like, "Okay, so the good news is if I die, you will grieve hard.
But not long?
Not long. You're not going to hold on to that pain. There's no sense in it." I love so much that was your style with this. It's
but
really
no,
something.
I think I would go insane with...
Would you feel cheated? Like, you're like, "I spent this long with him. I should get to be the one to kill him."
No.
If you heard I got murdered by somebody else, would you feel a little bit like, if he was going to be murdered, why couldn't it have been over me asking him to do something and him not doing it and finally...
No, I don't feel that. But
Not
I do
yet.
know people who do about their partners.
About me. About your partner. Plenty of people are like, "I'd like to be the one to kill him." Come get him. If you're an old white Republican, preferably male, feel free to sign up. The hunt is on.
No.
We'll wait until opening day will be October 31st, 2036. If you're the FBI listening, you can't prosecute me until then.
Yeah,
Avery,
that's definitely how it works.
I need you to murder me Halloween night, November 20th. Or not November, 2036.
We need to get on topic, though.
Yes, sorry.
One of the first things that I want to ask you about these next batch of chapters How have your opinions changed about the three main characters, or even four?
Oh man, it's like a triangle kind of, but it's also not. It's a real oblong shape to me because occasionally we throw the princess in there or the queen, whatever she is, the royal lady.
Nehemia.
Yeah. We throw Nehemia in this bad boy, and it's a weird shape because she's kind of in that, and sometimes she's not. So maybe it's a rhombus, maybe it's a triangle. Who knows what this is? We got our main girl at the top,
Selena.
We go left. We've got our knight,
Kale.
Kale. Sorry, hold on. Let me take my headphones out. I'm sorry, you said Pam? Is it with an N or an M? Panama. I think I can help with the whole Keef-Queef dilemma. Esquifes. You do that in the school page voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, and then you've got the prince on the other side of it.
Dorian.
I should remember that. Scrubs.
Oh, yeah. I think of Dolphin Dorian.
Wait, what?
I don't know why. I associate Dorian with Dolphin.
There is not a specific dolphin character named Dorian, though, that you're picturing.
No. Last episode, I thought there was in Breath of the Wild. Nope.
Oh, you're right.
There's a Dorian in Breath of the Wild, but it's like some little random character. No,
everybody thinks of. That's the one that gets them. And then we discussed Dorian Gray. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go with Scrubs.
What do you think about Dorian, though, now, the prince?
Oh, I don't.
You don't think much of him?
He's clearly got... So, I think the prince actually ends up being a good guy.
Okay.
And I say this because I was pretty certain he wasn't going to be.
Okay.
In the other one.
I'm a little embarrassed of some of the things we said in the last one. Now that we're halfway through the book.
And none of them have anything to do with the story. Everything I'm embarrassed about was just shit I said.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the things that you think we need to make minor corrections on.
Oh, there's so many.
Just give me a quick one. What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Well, what were you just saying about Dorian? Oh, you think, I was just going to say, I think last time we talked, we thought Selena was going to be with Dorian because he's the prince.
Mm-hmm.
You
don't think that that's the case now?
I don't.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think he may still end up being a love interest.
A love interest, sure.
I think he may still end up being the dude who she ends up with.
No.
And you say that because our night boy's all hot and horny for her and you think he's better? Or guard. Sorry, he's not a knight. It's very specifically laid out.
So for our last episode, I listened through one time because I had already taken the notes several months ago.
Yes.
This episode, I listened through the chapters, just letting it play through, get familiar with them, and then I re-listened.
Feeling the vibes.
Exactly.
You know the John Hamm thing? It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I imagine you're doing while you're listening.
And during that listen, I didn't think much different. I thought, yeah, Dorian is who she's lusting after, who she has a crush on. She's very open about it, that she just loves looking at him and how handsome he is, and that she gives him a hard time about all of this. And I was just like, oh, poor Kale, just a little puppy. Like, sorry, guy. And then on my re-listen to grab my notes, I had a huge change of heart on Dorian. I think, and I'm going to be really sad if I'm wrong on all of this because...
I think everybody that's listening knows the entire story.
They do.
That's my favorite part.
They do.
I'm so happy that other people are not, we're not ruining this for somebody.
I think Dorian is a little bit of a bitch and a brat.
Ooh, brat, yeah.
And he's weak. Kale is none of those things.
Yeah, but he could get strong. Kale's not smart. I say this is the most threatening thing to me is smart people.
I think it's Kale. Even though sometimes he pisses me off, which we will get to. I'm going to wait until we dive more into that spot. But Dorian is just so bratty. I don't know. He's just classic little spoiled prince.
Ooh, but with wit.
Barely.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say.
Wanna know what
the wit is not well written, but he is said to be very witty.
Yeah, sure. You want to know what did it for me? I was like...
Where's your ick?
My big ick. I was like, fuck you, Dorian.
Yeah.
You know what? No. I hope you don't get the girl. You don't get every girl you want.
Tell me about it.
The piano moment. Do you know that?
Preach, girl.
Shut up. Do you know that TikTok sound? And all of a sudden, I hear that irritating, grating sound. It was a man.
I don't.
It
We're on
doesn't-
different sides of TikTok, but I appreciate that you're there.
It's just the beginning part is a little TikTok sound bite. But she's playing this song. She's having her moment. And he sees her having this moment. And you know what he thinks?
I should be a part of it.
I should be a part of it. Just like, the fuck?
You know what could make this moment better for her?
Me.
If I were there. I agree. It was really off-putting to me that he felt the need to involve himself in what she was clearly like just deep in this soulful song.
He sees her distress and sadness of, he's like picking up that she's feeling something. Oh, is it an ex-lover? Is he in the castle? Just like, the fuck, dude. And then that just like I listened to it one time, thought nothing of it. I thought it was really cute. He's interested in her. He's complimenting her. And then on my second listen to get my notes, I'm like, what? No, I think that if you truly were fascinated by her, you would have been quiet the whole time and let her finish.
So I think there's a whole different side of this. You're correct. If he were mature, he would have just drank it in. But that's not it at all. He's not mature in that way at all. He's like, oh, she's doing great. I should go compliment her. Make sure she knows she's doing great. And he felt the need to involve himself.
Pissing me off about it more.
He's bad. He's a bad dude. He's not worse than the rest of the characters.
And he's always like, do you know who I am? And like the first time listening, she's like, do you know who I am? And I'm just like, oh my God, please, Selena, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Yeah. Do you know who she is, you dumbass?
Okay, all right.
Completely.
No, get it out. Get it out.
Yeah. No, these men aren't worth shit.
I know. That's why we need one of these. We need a lesbian book like these. I've been saying this. If the closest thing I get to this is Legends and Lattes, I'm going to be pissed. Somebody who is writing these type of stories, make it all lesbian cast. All the pairs in it are lesbians. If we want to still have slaves in the universe, then they're men. It's just men. That's it. They don't need them though. It's magic. This is the other soapbox I'm going to get on eventually. Remind me later how the story could be just fine if it were all women. We'll go to Worms. Go ahead. After
We'll go to Worms.
You know where I'm going with this.
I kind of do. The second time listening to that piano scene, and then I just looked at him differently in every other one. I'm like, oh my God, the signs are there that she has him being a little brat.
God, you are going to feel bad.
I'm going to feel
This
so
doesn't go well.
shitty if I think that she will entertain him. I don't think he's the one for her. I think we do have two guys that like her.
Almost mirroring another book by the same author.
But I think it's Kale, even though he has one ick moment, but
He has one?
one good one is what I'll say.
Okay.
The virgin comment. He's the one that makes that.
Wait, which virgin comment?
Later,
Don't
he makes
remember there
he
being
makes a
virgin
comment about Dorian showing up to her door, and then he leaves. And then I think he's just like staring at her sleeping in bed, and he's like thinking about Dorian, like what could he be? Like how often is he showing up? He's like trying to process his jealousy. He's like, and I bet she's a virgin. Ugh, and I bet Dorian would be into that. So gross. But I'm not. Like, I'm not going to take advantage of that. It was like this moment of,
Why are you betting that? Also, what
why? You're the guy who thought of
She's
it.
not gross like ladies that have had sex.
It was more like he was trying to come off, she's innocent, and I think that that's what's drawing Dorian to take her innocence, and that was upsetting to him.
Well, that's gross.
It was weird.
I feel like you got something totally different out of that. I was just bewildered by the idea that why is this entering your mind?
Yeah.
I don't remember a time where I would have looked at somebody and been like, okay, I take that back. In high school, it was dudes that you'd see where you're like, oh yeah, that guy's never going to have sex. It's a whole different thing. That's about the only time you would ever go, into any sort of consideration as to whether or not somebody has partaken of someone's body.
I didn't know that it was essentially a fetish to desire to take someone's virginity
Fucking
until I met my ex and he found out that I was. He's like talking about how like, oh, like guys, there's a lot of guys out there that are into that, but like not me. I'll treat you right. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is like my first time hearing this. I don't
think it's a big group of dudes like that. I think it's a real loud, creepy group that's much smaller in reality. There's no way. I mean, you and I have discussed this. There's no way. Like, that's arguably the least desirable thing you could possibly be.
The moment that I like how he was telling me reminds me as if someone comes up to you and they see that you have long hair and they're just like, oh, you have really long hair. Like, oh, yeah, I do. You know, there's a lot of guys that are really into long hair and only want to bang women that have long hair.
Oh, women. I think you're talking to me in particular. Like, it doesn't happen as often as you think. There's a lot of guys that only want to bang a dude with long hair. And I'm like, I get it. They can pretend. I understand.
But no, that's what the moment was like. And then he completely disappointed me. It's like...
That was the only moment he disappointed you.
Well, there were many.
Where he's like, I'm going to go to the Halloween dance. You're not invited. There is a feast. Stay the fuck out.
That's another one with KL where he's like,
oh, I know.
You're not invited.
There's even more. And then he's like, oh, I guess I'll bring her a snack. But God, my legs are tired from all the partying I did. What the fuck?
Oh.
He spends the whole next day bitching. He's like, from all the dancing and drinking and carrying on, I'm tired.
He also stole the ring.
He got her one because it was a take
party
bag.
gift.
Yeah, it was a little party favor. And he's like, I'll pocket one of these bad boys and bring it to her to remind her of the good time she didn't have. But he's like, well, you know, all the other ladies got one, so I thought you'd like one. Oh, where did they get it? At the party you weren't allowed to attend. Oh, weird. Was anybody else there? Oh, yeah, everybody.
All the other champions but you.
You were the one person who we couldn't trust to be there. Oh, weird, because you're the crazy assassin? Well, actually, because you were the crazy assassin, but also you guys are being assassinated and eaten. Nobody is at all addressing this other than literally in the moments it's happening. Butt plug, there's more. I mean, wait. There's a plug. Hey, while we got you, join our Patreon for early access to episodes and Patreon exclusive content like full nude videos.
No, definitely not full nude. No.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. Full videos. My bad.
We'd love to see you there, as your support will help us continue this podcast and creating content.
Butt plug out. And we know there's a zombie fighter, and we know who the zombie fighter is.
The zombie fighter?
That's what I'm going to call it.
Oh, it's Kane.
100%.
It's Kane.
But who's kind of perpetrating this? Pepperidge Farm.
Who's Pepperidge Farm?
It's the guy who the prince argues with all the time.
Oh, Barrington.
There we go. Yeah.
Barrington has Kane.
Duke Barrington.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we know it's him, too, because he's also a strange duck. The person who reads this to me, her voice, for Duke Barrington is so funny to me.
She describes Duke Barrington, and what stood out to me is he has yellow teeth, but Kane has white teeth. And so later in my notes...
Toothpaste is a thing in this world. He just chooses not to use it. What is he, French? Gotcha.
But I'm assuming Kane is actually not a bad guy because he has white teeth. The way yellow smile is used in this.
Well, the way it's used in social situations, period. If you're being asked to smile more, odds are you don't have a disgusting mouth like Duke Barrington does.
Yeah, he's just nasty. He reminds me of
He gives Kane healthcare, which I think is great. He's like taking care of, you know, sometimes people are really gross, but they take such good care of their dog that you're like, you're perfect for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're like, wow, this person hasn't bathed in 3 weeks, but their dog is brushed every day. You're like, oh, you're the kind of person that needs to own a Pomeranian. This is sort of a thing. Kane is his Pomeranian, where it's like, oh, come here, Fluffy. We got to brush your teeth. Oh, you got a little green in there. Get it out. And he's picking at his teeth and stuff.
Okay, so we've talked about our new opinions.
We did not. That's all of your new opinions had to do with that relationship, not to do with the ghost queen.
Well, no. I was asked, my first question that we've just been rambling about was, what are your opinions now about Selena,
Oh, you're right.
Dorian,
Oh,
and
that's
Kale?
true. So my opinion is that K-Hole and her will have a bit of a fling. They're just going to end up being good friends. She and Dorian are going to end up banging. But Keith is going to be the platonic,
You think so?
not Keith. What the hell is his name?
You kept calling him O'Keefe and then Queef. Kale.
It's Squeeface. Kale. It's
What do you think
Squeeface.
of Nehemia?
She sounds cute.
I adore her. She's so far my favorite.
Warrior princess, clearly older than she's playing at being. She's going to be Fae.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, 1,000%.
She's just been wearing a hat this whole time?
She doesn't get the ears. She's got magic that covers the ears or whatever. We know how the world works a little bit because we got the other books.
Right. I don't think that. I think maybe half is something.
Oh, sure. But I think if you have any portion of it, you're Fae.
Yeah.
Like, at a certain point, they're like, well, I'm 25% Fae. Be like, well, you didn't get the ears from your daddy. Be like, no, I didn't. But I got his magic. Boom. And then she explodes the place, builds a wall.
Who else? We talked about Kane. You think Kane is working on the case
Kane is working on the
for
case?
the murders? Is that what you were implying, that he's...
No, I believe Kane is the thing that's being put together.
Oh.
He's eating these warrior stuff.
Oh.
Or they've got a Frankenstein's monster situation going on with him. But he took the brain, which we all know, lots of fatty tissue, very good nutritionally for you, the brain.
Wow, we're on such different pages. Keep going. You think he's transforming and doing these murders?
Yeah, I think he's what's going on with these murders and stuff. And he's also so insightful toward the end, where he's like, I notice you hold him back. You could have got up the mountain faster than me. And she's like, oh, and he's like, I know who you are. But he's the toughest competitor. They took somebody's brain, assuming that person is smart. Now, if we're going to go Frankenstein's monster with it, right? The guy who's missing the brain and some organs, we're like, oh, well, he was smart and he had a great liver, didn't drink himself to death, so we'll use that. The other guy, where his insides were also ripped out and eat. We could just be stealing spare parts from people to build the $6 million Fae Man or whatever. But my idea is more likely there's some sort of magical benefit to him eating these parts of these people. And I think Kane, knowing who she is, still being as confident as he is, and then calling her out on it, is a wild move. He says, you're not the only one with a benefactor who would do anything to win.
Wow, we're on different pages completely about Kane.
I'm on chapter 27. What are you about?
My perspective of Kane is he has a black ring that is noted when doing the archery challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. That's what I thought was some form of cheat code. Like, do anything. Like, that's a magical ring. I also think that he's actually a good guy, secretly. Good guy? I don't know. I think him and Kale are working together.
Okay.
Kane and Kale. Because they walk up to Kane digging in the dirt, doing something in the dirt, and the girls are kind of like, ew, the guy gives me... Like, I want to punch him. Yeah, I want to punch him in the face. And
he's got a punchable face. That's such a weird thing, too. Are you ever so grossed out with somebody you'd like to punch them in the face? Or mostly just, like, avoid them?
Avoid them. But I probably had the details wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kane nods to Kale behind them, and Kale just keeps walking. He doesn't acknowledge him. He doesn't talk to him. He doesn't anything.
Correct.
And that's why I think they're working together to solve this crime.
And then you think that that's why she gets the book later.
I think Kane was digging something up with the book, and for some reason was hiding in the library because she knows the book smells like dirt. And last time we heard about it,
doesn't even clean the book. It's got dirt.
Yes, covered in dirt. So that's where I think that was Kane digging in the dirt, and there's that. I think the monster thing that's killing these champions are the gargoyles.
Maybe.
And that they're trying to find the wicked thing within the building also, and they keep fucking up or something. I don't know. I haven't got.
Do you think it's magical gargoyles who are inept at reading people's personalities?
Yeah, they're taking people out. I think it's the gargoyles doing it.
We got a 1 in 25 chance of being right, guys. Let's just keep going until we get there. She believed their leadership to be so inept.
And I think that she wasn't invited to the party, and Cain also wasn't at the party also. And I think that was intentional by Kale on both parts. Because Kale's working with Cain is my theory. And
yeah, that shouldn't throw any extra suspicion on two champions.
Because all the champions were there, except for Cain and Selena.
Right.
And I think that was Kale's doing. He didn't want them there for some reason.
You think if the prince or the king wanted her there, Kale would be like, no, fuck you guys. She can't come.
I don't know. I think there must have been something going on at the party. There's a reason why. Because I still think Kale is the one for her type thing. And he has some scheme that he's just not telling her yet.
I think the argument can be made for him easily. I totally see where you're coming from with it. I just think it's too convenient. There's too much book left for it to be enemy to obviously lover immediately. Does that make sense?
I think it's
not
a
the
slower
first
burn.
guy.
I think it's a slow burn with her and Kale.
I think it's going to be a slow burn no matter who she's with, and that's part of what makes this part interesting to me. Because we haven't climbed either dude yet. But she may summit both mountains, right? She may hit Fuji and Kilimanjaro.
She may.
All right? She can get them both.
Wow. I really liked hearing how different we were with Cain.
I think you've made a great point. I'm going to pay more attention to that because I looked at Cain as though Cain is obviously a problem. And
he also looked bigger when she last saw him. He looks bigger, but that doesn't make sense.
He keeps looking bigger. His
keeps
appearance
getting bigger
keeps
and bigger.
changing. This is why I'm saying that I think he's a magical critter of some sort. And who knows, maybe Keith is too.
He can't be Keith.
Queef. Esquifes. Maybe Esquifes is also magic. Yes, go to TikTok. Just type in Esquifes. I don't know how you're going to spell it. He says it. This is my favorite thing to watch on TikTok is this dude. He's so fucking funny.
I think we hit a lot of points. Was there any other point that stood out to you in these chapters that you enjoyed? Or maybe didn't enjoy?
Why do we have men in these books?
Why do we have men?
So in reality, we have them because up until very recently, women could not produce without us. Life, right? Could not reproduce without us. But in a world of magic.
You think that... Are you getting to this worm thing right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do this real quick, then we'll get into our chat.
Okay,
but
thanks for the warning.
Yeah. This is my little soapbox. This world is magical. We have creatures that are not magical that exist in our world that reproduce asexually.
Are we talking about Throne of Glass or are we talking about Quicksilver?
I'm talking about every fucking book like this.
Okay, any fantasy book.
Any fantasy book. Any book in which magic exists. Sanderson, if you're listening, I'm calling you out too. We don't need men. We could have a book where there's none. And we don't have to spend a big amount of time even dealing with it. Just make it the facts are the facts. You can bring up reproduction, but we spend the entire time kind of worrying about how people are going to get pregnant anyway. In these books, we're like, ooh, we better quick find a way to explain how they're not wrapping it, but nobody's pregnant and there's no STDs. Quick magic elixir. Now, in lieu of that, we say they can take an elixir that allows their love or something to manifest with magic and create a little baby. The fucking Bible managed to make a baby without a man and a woman. I think you guys could do it. You can tell me the fantasy author of Paul managed it before you did? It's not that tough.
What does this have to do with worms?
Worms don't need a male and female worm to make more worms.
You think in fantasy books there should be one gender and they're just not asexual.
No, very sexual. Incredibly sexual. Keep it dirty. I don't even care.
Have their own girl. They can have their own children if they want.
Yeah. Make it a thing. It doesn't need to be that tough.
And is this all stemming because you were so irritated with the amount of times they reiterate this male figure?
They literally say the term male all the fucking time in every one of these books, and I get it. I do. Again, weirdly enough, Rebecca Yarros, you get more of a pass than anybody so far that I've read their stuff because she deliberately, because I imagine it's all human, other than when it's a dragon, is when it's a male dragon. And who knows? I haven't read the Empyrean stuff in a little bit. Maybe it is more male in that too. But I'm like, just give me one fucking book.
Are they saying female also?
occasionally when they come up, but the books aren't written to focus on female characters. You get introduction, physical description, then it's just that person's name from there on out. But it's different with the men in these books. It is.
The masculinity is constantly having attention drawn to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all masculine association. And even when it's lacking masculinity, it'll be like a deflated male. He walked away sulking. You're like, God damn. Why not just like, that sad motherfucker, shoulders are down. Like, you guys are creative. You can do this. I need one book.
So are you seeing... No, it can't be the opposite of that. There was a moment in these set of chapters where Knox compliments Selena saying, "You're really good." She's like, "Are you going to say for a girl?" He's like, "No, you're just really good."
I think it's great. It's wonderful.
Are you seeing kind of the opposite of he sulks, I don't know, away like a male when it could just be like anyone would?
When they describe someone, you start with ambiguity, right? You're describing features. They start with like, I hear a distinctly male voice, but it's followed up by who's talking. It isn't, I hear a low voice. It isn't, I hear a gravelly voice. And the argument could be made that women can have low, gravelly voices. But I hear a distinctly male voice over and over and over again. Or his possessiveness. They will find a way when they're describing possessiveness for it to be some male trait, right? Like a ravenous male. There's always this thing where it's like, I get why you're saying it. The masculinity is so over the top sometimes that's half the fun. You enjoy the fact that these people are often 7 feet tall, 350 pounds, and wearing skinny jeans. And they're just solid muscle. They eat a meal once every 3 days, but they can run 80 miles. Like, there's so many cool things about this. I understand playing into the masculine side. And maybe this is, the female gaze is inherently more interested in this masculinity in this context than I can understand. And that's why I would like to either be a woman or gay. And I wonder if it would make a difference for me.
I was going to say, I guess I don't.
It just rolls away from you, though.
It does, but I think that's kind of the whole point of that Bechdel test.
Yes.
Is because our everyday world, that stuff is probably happening to, I don't know.
And it's not like an inherently threatening way that they're like, he's distinctly male. Like, the descriptions you're getting anyway are so over the top. I, as a dude, am not at any point comparing myself to, most recently, a fella named Kingfisher, or in this book, a dude named Dorian, or Esquives, or whomever, right? It's a Zayden. It's all these characters. They're already described in such a masculine way. I think it's so...
redundant?
Yeah, it seems just fluffy. Why do you hit me over the head with it? It's the female version of a woman walked in boobedly.
Oh, okay.
It's why are
that
we doing
analogy
this?
Of how you're taking it.
Yeah.
Who was that author that was really bad about it?
I don't
Did a lot of coke in the 80s. Wrote it.
Oh, Stephen King.
Yeah, I think he's one of the worst when it comes to...
That's totally possible. Yeah, I think you won this argument months ago, actually. I remember you Googling something, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right, that's bad. And I enjoyed the Dark Tower books. Anyway. All right, I'm done. You're right. I feel validated. That's all I care about.
Good.
Yeah, please cut most of that.
So we started on chapter 14. A lot happened in these chapters, but really only the last 3, I feel.
True, as far as events going on around her. But there was growth happening throughout these chapters, I felt like. I feel like I got to understand the characters a little more.
Agreed. Well, and I feel dumb that it took a second read through for me to really pick up on some clues and change my opinions.
I'm still a little out on this one.
Chapter 14, I have the note that I feel guilty about a comment that I already made. I said something about she's not taking time to train by herself, or like, this Rocky style training of I'm here to win and need to get back in shape moment. It's the start of this chapter.
She immediately
she's doing things on her own.
What's her name again?
Selena.
Selena Stallone?
No.
Selena Balboa?
She has like 3 names, and it's so confusing. She goes by her first name there.
No, within the competition, within the competition, she does.
No, she's Lillian.
Yeah.
But she also is Selena. She also goes by, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sarcophagan?
Well, that's her last name.
Yeah, something with her last name.
Sardothian.
There we go. I'm like,
Selena Sardothian is her name.
Because at one point, Dorian's making fun of Kale about Sardothian. I'm like, who's this girl? Who's he joking about?
I did not have that trouble.
I didn't catch it. And I had to Google it. And then I think I got a tiny bit of a spoiler. I'm going to pretend I didn't see it. And all I did was look up her last name, trying to spell it.
And they find out it changes to K-Hole's last name. That's why you think that's how it goes.
No, it was something about her past.
Mm.
But anyways, she made a friend, Knox. She helps him train. Someone was mauled in the castle. This was the first one, our first encounter with a mauling. We learn more about Chaol, and he grew up with Dorian. And I'm a little confused about his history. It sounds like he went to war-ish, and then he renounced some title and gave it to his brother, and now he is a guard for Dorian?
I thought that he was nobility.
Maybe.
And then he renounced his title so that he could be Dorian's guard.
Okay. And I think it's because he is not a fan of war.
I took it as it's because he wants to be there for the regime change of when Dorian shakes up the castle.
Oh, okay. And that's another reason I think Dorian's a little bit of a bitch, because he doesn't want to fight back against his father on some things. He's like, pick your battles type of energy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy and his mature response to the guy that is currently king.
We learned that she broke her right hand to become a better fighter, left-handed. It was either King of the Assassins does it or she doesn't. She did it herself.
Yeah. You don't make you a better assassin. Forced ambidextrousness. I would like to hear from other ambidextrous people, I might add. What I'm getting from this is that you can be really good at things with both hands versus just kind of dog shit with both hands.
Could you imagine if she just all that for nothing?
I feel like that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm not great. My handwriting with both hands sucks. Either hand. You couldn't pick which one. Like, my left hand, the handwriting's a little clearer, but it's a little slower. My right hand, it's a little faster, but much worse. Like, one of them looks like I can smell burnt toast.
My left hand is completely useless.
That's not true.
Which
oh
my God, stop it. I can't write. I can't do any detailed. It is essentially just gross motor skills and typing.
That seems like plenty. That's all you've asked of it, though. Even
gross motor skills are limited. Like
all my motor skills are gross. You know what I'm saying? I'll get gross with my motor skills. Okay, all right. Please tell me more about your hands.
But
yeah,
she is a better fighter. I don't think this is a moment that Chaol learns she worked for the King of the Assassins. I think they have their moments
happens later.
Again, these are
when
reasons.
He disinvites her to the party.
Oh.
He tells her all about how great the food's going to be. You wouldn't believe this. They've been cooking for days.
Chapter 15. It's competition day and it's archery. Kane got 5 bullseyes but
none of them in the center bullseye.
Not perfect center, no. And she is very jealous of all the attention he gets. And she kind of reflects on it. Is this how others felt about me when I was
like a good assassin? Really cares about what people think about her. You know, assassins and their external validation needs.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And this is the moment when she notes his black ring. It like shines. I'm like, that's an odd note. I think that I just wrote it down. I don't know anything about it.
Perhaps he's married to a dead person.
Maybe. What? No. Maybe. But I mean, like...
Shine bright like a black diamond.
And then she got 5 true bullseyes.
Yeah.
Chapter 16. We learn about Selena's past. She was treated as an example there at the prison. When she first showed up, they beat her and put her out like as an example to what happened. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think some slave woman brought her breakfast. And then that woman was raped and killed.
Yeah.
And then Selena took those men out that did that to her.
Yeah.
And then any other man that ever tried fucking with her, she tried killing him.
She
or did kill him.
vomited their ass.
Yeah. After their little chat about her experience back there at the prison, and I just really feel like these boys aren't
smart.
No, they're not. Like, this was another reason that Dorian was kind of pissing me off, that he's kind of messing with her, like, do you have another guy? Are you thinking about another guy? Or do you have someone
You got a prison bitch back home?
Yeah. And it's always after, like, these traumatic, like, she is just trying to survive. Her main goal is to have freedom. And these two have freedom, and it doesn't even cross their mind the position of power they're in over her.
Don't you think it does? That's the whole reason why they trust her with anything.
Are you being sarcastic with me?
I'm being completely serious. They do know the position of power they have.
Yeah. But Kale doesn't deny it. He acknowledges it. Dorian just seems to be like, don't you know who you're talking to?
Kale thinks it's a bad idea. Through the entire thing.
Yeah.
He's always bringing up, he's like, she should be back in the dungeon. And then she describes the dungeon and he's like, oh my God, that's terrible. She's like, well, it's the fucking dungeon.
Oh yeah, he was like, what did you do to deserve that? And she's like, nothing.
He's like, what? Unjustified beatings in a prison?
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
like...
Perhaps we should have a word with the warden. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh. Well, it's when she brings up how prostitutes have to work all the money back for a madam.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, that's despicable. He's like, I should have been tipping them more. He's just such an odd duck. And you're like, yeah, no, you thought what? You thought the whole prostitution ring was actually just a happy-go-lucky family?
They actually just do it for fun.
They call her a madam because mommy would sound weird. She's just taking care of them. Don't worry about it. It's actually a really sweet thing. These girls are not smart enough to go to school and get real jobs. But what they do have is girl parts. So she lets them be prostitutes. Out of the kindness of her heart, she opens her large home with many a bedroom to these poor, sweet-smelling ladies.
Small fee, she will do the books for them.
Yeah, you know what? You blow that dude and I'll write it down. That's crazy. He's shocked by all of this. You forget they're young. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's never been to a brothel, so he doesn't understand. But also, you'd think just through rumors, like you made it all the way into being a king's guard and you've never talked to a prostitute.
So I think we're on a different chapter with that conversation, but it's
sorry.
okay.
That one was a fun chapter.
He's naive in both conversations to the circumstances outside of his privilege.
I think he might be dumb. And I say this for so many reasons.
Because he was just like, how'd you get that scar? Oh, I don't know. She was in a fucking prison for a year.
The world's greatest assassin. What, you were trained by the king of assassins? I'm sorry, you thought that my training was left to what yokels happened to come through with a sharp knife?
I think that didn't seem, that made sense to be shocked.
He knows the king of assassins' first name. I might add Bad King of Assassins.
Yeah.
Nobody should know your fucking identity and where you're at. He's like, nobody knows where he's at. She's like, he's probably around here. He probably doesn't know that I'm out of prison yet. Well, guess what? If he's the king of assassins, he fucking knows where you are. His whole job is to know where everybody important is all the time.
I think it would be like learning that someone is the daughter of the main mafia guy.
Yeah, and then he's shocked that the main mafia guy made her pay him back. He's like, wait, after he spent all that money training you, he then made you pay it back? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, did you? She's like, every fucking squishy penny. They're all there. Don't worry about it. And he's like, oh, that's crazy. I can't believe he would spend all that money and expect something in return when he doesn't owe you anything. And he's known to be such an unreasonable person that he's willing to murder for money.
Well, I thought it was actually really nice that there was a fee, like it's this much.
Well, it turned out to be that much. He was keeping receipts.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it wasn't arbitrary.
Well, you don't assume it was.
She said that she paid it off and then it was good. It's not like if it was, no, I think you still need to pay me more. No, it's actually worth more. Or no, you have to keep doing this job for me and this job for me.
Well, he's an assassin.
There was an actual ethics behind, you owe this much.
You're suggesting there is honor among thieves.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked that.
I would argue them being in the business of assassination, they're very used to working with hard numbers. They don't kill people and then later negotiate what that death is worth. It's like, oh, what will you pay me to murder John Smith? Oh, man, he looks pretty easy to kill. I'm going to say 10,000 gold. And they're like, cool beans. Then they don't later on go, actually, he had a heavy breakfast that morning and couldn't run. So
I'm thinking the opposite, that you negotiate a price, and because it's in this industry, you can just up the price on them.
well, then people wouldn't keep seeking you out for training. You would lose all credibility as King of the Assassins. And you know how word travels about King of the Assassins. Everybody knows all of his business
They
dealings.
clearly do.
Why work from the shadows when working from Spotlight do so well? Ridiculous. Isn't the King of the area actually just King of the Assassins? Do you think the Assassins are still paying taxes, or you think the King's going to Al Capone his ass into Alvida Zera, whatever that guy's name
I don't
is?
understand the references.
Well, no, Alvida Zera, isn't that what's the King of the Assassins? What's his name again? They use his full Christian name.
Velveeta Zara sounds like you're saying Velveeta cheese.
That's exactly what's in my head, but I want to say it's like
I don't
Ali
know his name.
Reza.
That's why I
No,
keep
Ali
saying.
Reza's a fighter. That's a real person.
I don't want to Google anything because
That's a good idea. Don't.
there's so
We
many.
agree, but they did list his full Christian name.
They must have.
Oh, so-and-so. Oh, so-and-so lives over there, King of the Assassins. Yeah, of course. Wait, he trained you? Yeah, he did. And he hired the greatest tutors. So all the most incredibly sharp minds in the kingdom also know this guy. He knows how to contact them. They know how to contact him. And they know that he was training this girl
No,
privately.
they don't know. They now know that because she just shared it.
Well, they knew that he was training a girl.
They did?
Her math tutor didn't show up and be like, hey, in case you need to teach somebody math, could be anyone, blindfold me, face me this direction. I'll just talk to a room for a while. No, it was probably a one-on-one training. She says that she had the best tutors, and including for piano, which I get. You want your assassins to be smart. It's James Bond logic. But it is so wild to me. I suppose the only point I continue making over and over and over again is he must be a pretty shitty assassin. Or assassination there is just a whole different thing. There's no secret necessary. But then it's weird that she's so secretive. They don't want anybody to know who I am. I'm a dangerous assassin. They'd want to get rid of me. And it's like, oh, really? Perhaps the King of Assassins would also be somebody people would want to be aware of.
I think what confused me with the Assassin's title is there are champions who are called assassins
They're
with
hard.
with unknown trainers, right? All they do is just go by assassin. Why couldn't she pose as just some other assassin? She could be Lillian the assassin. Because
No, because she's world famous Lillian. No, she's world famous Selena Sardona, assassin of the kingdom.
but I mean,
World champion, best in show. Very famous.
I guess stop. What I was getting at is she didn't have to be a jewel thief. She could have just been an assassin, just like the others.
I think she made up the jewel thief thing, right?
No, she
you're
didn't.
right. They
They
told
did.
her. But then she didn't like play the part of a jewel thief. She doesn't appear to be conniving at any point in this.
No. And you know who the real jewel thief is?
Esquives.
Yes.
Because somebody took his jewels, or he's trying to take the prince's jewels. That's the real love triangle. He sees her as competition. He wants to fuck the prince.
That's his plan all along.
You know why?
Why?
They don't need contraceptive brew. They can't get pregnant.
Oh my God.
Two
Stop
boys.
it.
2 boys, they might kiss. We don't know. They're roommates, technically. They live together.
We made it as far as chapter 16.
Both chapters.
A champion attempted to escape and he was killed.
Shot on sight.
She understood why, just as she attempted to escape the prison. And I realized how desensitized I was to these deaths. Like the scenario, like I was like, all right, yeah, he's gone. That makes sense. Like in the previous book that we've been reading, people just die left and right all the time. And in this book, everyone is distraught at what they just saw.
Hey, who's fucking distraught over this random death? Who's getting real PTSD triggers from it?
Who?
Selena, our assassin,
Yeah.
surrounded by death, her upbringing. And somehow this is just a monumental thing to her. She's like, oh my God. And in that moment, I realized the frailty of life. Like, what the hell? You're supposed to be somebody who professionally kills people. And she's like, I can't stop thinking about it. Ruined my whole fucking day. Did you know that guy? No. But I think he deserved to live. Why? What monsters are here having us murdered? What? You're here because you murder.
Okay, that makes me feel better because I didn't care about his death at all. I was like, oh wow, in this world they actually like value life, and it's
Except for
not.
all these fucking assassins that are just allowed to roam. Clearly, even they have a code.
All right,
Their life, for each coin, it becomes less valuable to them.
yeah, because even when the guy falls off the cliff, she like really comes to terms of how serious all of this is. I'm like, wait, I thought that was. I'm actually surprised that this isn't duels and battles to the death.
It should be. And every fucking one of these situations, she's like, oh my God, the futility of existence. Am I right? You could be snuffed out merely walking across the field at any moment. I had no idea of a delicate existence in which I enjoy. Now, while she's struggling, how funny would it be if Esquives or the prince walked up and handed her $12 and was like, will this help?
They do kind of treat her like a prostitute when it comes to the comments about her being an assassin. And yeah, you kill for money. I think what this is, she was forced to be an assassin. She didn't want to be. She doesn't want this life. She values life. And she only killed because she had to, not because.
For the love of the game.
Yeah.
Well, assassins are expensive. I don't think I would hire her given her difficulty dealing with this. She seems like she is one witnessing of a unfortunate death away from just snapping.
It's almost like she's a bounty hunter.
It's almost like she's really fucking bad as an assassin. Can you imagine if you hired an assassin and like, no, I'll do it, but I don't like this. Like, death makes me so uncomfortable. I cry for weeks every time I kill somebody. That's a bad assassin.
Maybe it's like hunting, where you value animal life, but
you spend 1 week thinking about it every day after you go.
She doesn't think about their deaths that much. She's just more like, oh, fuck, there's someone killing everyone. Hope they don't get me.
When there's a tense part later on and she snaps at him, she's like, oh, maybe it's because I watched a man be killed in cold blood in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, what? That's what you were doing. If you would have been one of the guards, you'd also be paid to have murdered somebody. And that would have made it cool. You'd have been like, honestly, I had a job. Oh, no. Oh, no, Adri. We're dangerously close to Nazi logic. Just doing their job. Maybe she wasn't a real assassin. Maybe she was just an ICE agent. Soda. I'm going to get too political with this. Fuck that.
Books are political. Okay. I don't know what I think. I think that she values life, but yeah, that is confusing that she wouldn't be desensitized to it now, but I think that's just who she is. She just values life, and I'm going to stick to that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to like shit on her anymore because now I like her.
I want to see her do one good assassin thing. Then I will change all of my opinions. I think the real trick is she's not actually an assassin. They fucking gaslit her into believing that she was an assassin.
No.
You know, like when those people pretend that they're all talking in a room and nobody really is, and they convince somebody that they've gone deaf. That's what I think happened with her in assassinations.
Stop.
They gave her a fucking Nerf gun at some point. She caught somebody, they played dead real good. Little blood pack on him, and she's like, that's it. I am Otterland's greatest assassin.
No.
And now she's like, oh, this is so different than the death that I caused. That guy squirmed for 3 minutes telling me how much it hurt, and then he tongue out. This guy, it was very quick.
Stop it. Chapter 17.
Holy shit. Okay. Yes.
We meet Georgia or Georgina. I don't remember her name now.
Georgina.
I wrote down Georgia, but I think it's Georgina. This is Dorian's mother who babies Holland. I think the little brother who is away at school. She's pressuring Dorian to marry and to have kids. She suggests Nehemia because she's a princess, and then she's like, actually, no, they don't like her. Something's going on with Nehemia in this world.
She's like the leader of the resistance to this kingdom.
Kinda, but she's a princess also. I don't understand royalty, I think, because she also makes a comment later of your king, when I think Dorian's father is also her king.
Technically now, but think of it this way. If the United States takes over Greenland,
and
the Greenland leader refuses to acknowledge the president of the United States as his president.
Okay, yeah, your president.
Yeah, and well, arguably some people would look at that and go, well, technically as yours now, it would be a problem.
Okay.
So I believe she is the president of Greenland. in the story.
No, she's the president of Greenland. Do they even have presidents there?
Greenland?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's its own
It
territory.
sounds like prime minister.
60,000 people live there in the entire landmass, which is massive.
Size as the town we're in. That's funny.
I wasn't giving all this information away. You're really narrowing down our location. You're going to dox us. What are you doing? Yeah, in our small town. It is smaller than our surrounding area. All the people that live
It is, our surrounding area.
And I don't believe that Denmark's pretty small. I think there's fewer than 10 million people in Denmark. I would guess 3 to 5 million.
So I wonder if that's the war that Kale was talking about, that they probably took over the land that was Nehemiah's, and now she's there to learn their language and ways because it's been taken over.
Mm-hmm.
This is your king now, but she still is a royal there. Clearly, she has that title.
So she still will have that title because she is to a population of people as opposed to a land.
Okay, and that makes sense. Okay, I like that. And there's a resistance. She's not openly a part of this resistance, but they can tell.
The resistance is this group of people.
Now there's something going on because later Dorian leaves some meeting that people are suggesting doing something to their land.
Periwinkle is suggesting that they keep the queen there, or the princess there, so that while they're going through to move through their land, the uprising is less likely to retaliate because they have control of their queen.
Oh, that follows. And that was another reason I found Dorian to be a little bitch. Because...
Why, Pumpernickel said no, or he told Pumpernickel no to the whole thing.
He got like 10 names for that guy. Yeah. He told him no, but he was like, but I'm not going to really make this into something right now. My dad's gone, so I'm going to try to get some more people on my side instead, and I'm going to keep it quiet to her so she doesn't know that this is going on.
That makes sense to me. Why panic her if Partridge is the one coming up with all the awful plans?
Okay. All right. I'm following more on her story. Why would her dad agree to send her there? They found that odd too.
Perhaps he's dead.
Intel is my guess.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is. And so that she can go there, I believe that the prince and the dad are already in communication and they're kind of working together in secret. She doesn't know that he's an ally. He's kind of reluctant in his own way because he needs to take power, and therefore, in order for him to take power, his champion needs to win the champion games. It's less about her being granted her freedom for her and more about her being granted her freedom so that she can assassinate people with Dorian, so that they can change the whole thing. That's, I think, the long con of this whole situation.
Why can't she just start assassinating now?
Well, she could, but then how would Dorian gain the support of the people for him to be the king? No. This needs to be done.
What's the point of this champion thing? What's the whole point of these games?
Well, these people get to earn their freedom, and it's entertaining to the royal people.
Is it? Okay. There isn't
I think it's
something
like
in it for the
stuff.
There's nothing in it for the royals for being number one?
Well, they get the most powerful person or most capable individual to work for them for 5 years or whatever it is.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. They're still subjugated, but now under the agreement that they have both people end up with skin in the game, is my understanding. It's never going to get that far.
All right.
The king's going to be murdered. Dorian's going to take over.
Well, we're back in chapter 17. We talked about why Nehemiah was likely not suggested, but at least she's royalty. And then she suggested Elise. I don't think we know who that is.
Elise Coratrice. Mécanice Cardinal.
But Mama Dorian makes a comment about it being ridiculous to marry for love. So that's this type of world.
That's this type of situation. I assume some people in the world marry for love.
But not royalty.
Yeah, and I think that's actually true just in real life. I don't believe royal people are marrying for love.
I think there's some type of noble dance and that's happening, and Dorian left.
To us. Do you remember what the dance is?
No.
So they put their hands out in front of themselves. They flip one hand over and then the other hand over. They put the other hand up on their head and the other hand up on their head. And then they cross their arm kind of, and it goes down to their hips on each side. And then they switch hands kind of on their butts. They roll their hips around and they go, hey, Macarena, hi. And they clap. And it's all of them peacocking trying to find a mate. And the one whose hips don't work well, that one gets the ugliest mate.
Dorian's like, I'm not having any of this. And he goes to check out his pregnant dog.
I don't know why you worded it like that, but yeah. So he didn't care to participate in the Macarena. You're correct. And then he goes to check on his dog. Who was she pregnant or did she just have puppies? I can't remember.
I think she's pregnant.
Oh, okay. I think you're right, actually. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
Dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a two-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.